How many of you get nervous when you're driving a car? And how many of you get nervous driving at night? And how many of you do not like driving at night? And how many of you would feel fear when you're traveling on an unlit road in the villages of Pakistan when you're potentially running out of petrol? Take a look at this. We are on a dark, unlit road in the Chach Valley. There are no lights, there's very little safety. The reflection that you can see is just of the headlight of the actual motorbike. And people tell us, do not travel by yourself at night. But luckily, we are very close to the Abdullah petrol filling station. And that was a piece of luck. So many people will get nervous. The fight and flight will come on in the mind, and it's as if you're being attacked. And people ask you, what is your name? And you go, because you just feel nervous. There's a fear, there's phobias, and you feel that you're going to look like a little bit of a nerd in certain situations. So where I am right now, this is the Sirka More. Waisa is in that direction over there. And this little place here was very infamous many years ago. And I say that very carefully because there were many dacoits and many looters, and many people lost a rupee or two in this area. So if I just come around the back of the building, look at that. It's very dark. However, more recently, mashallah, as the diaspora pour their money into Sirka and Waisa and Mallah and Formula, things are becoming a little bit more modern. And mashallah, a massive investment by the family here for this petrol station to appear and serve thousands of people. I would say is one of the reasons why there's more safety in all of the area. We have come back onto the main road, and as you can see, there's very little going on. And the light that is shining is, like I say, the headlight of the motorbike, and perhaps a little bit off the camera. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of those that travel on roads like this day in, day out, and they risk sometimes their own safety as a vehicle shoots past us and overtakes us. So you should always take calculated risks. Take those risks where you think before, think during, and think after, and take advice from good people when you're taking risks. Now there's a few more lights here as we go through the village. However, it's very challenging to see the main parts of the road, and the motorbike riders virtually know each and every road hump and bump, including all the car drivers. It's part of the local skill. As we go through the local road here, we have a potential meeting situation, technical words, in the driving instruction industry. And in the village of Shadi Khan, there's a few more lights, so it's a little bit more easier to see. There's very few people on the roads and in the streets, which is very surprising. The guest houses many years ago, modern technology zamana da. Oh, and look at this, a gentleman just pushing a wheelchair along in total darkness. Do you have fears of the dark? Do you have fears and phobias, and do you feel nervous when you're riding a bike or driving a car? Well, as I was just driving or riding through, I forgot what I was saying. Somebody called me over and recognized me. In the darkness, they're really good. They see people walking around and they can tell from the body language who they are. So they recognized me, and then they recognized my first cousin who's controlling the bike, so we had a good conversation. So do you have fears and phobias? If it's a driving phobia, check out Hypno Driving on Facebook or hypnodriving.co.uk and check out Neuro-Linguistic Program for nervous learner drivers. Sometimes there's the Asani, so the rider's asking me, shall we turn right or shall we go ahead? And I said, whichever way you like. So it's difficult again to see, but on the right hand side is the agricultural world of the village of Mallah. Currently potatoes. 4 or 5 months ago it was tobacco, and in this part of the world it looks like the Water and Power Development Authority Chideno Bijli Filal Prekhida Filal Chideno Pakistan की बिजली ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शते अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह से कंट्रोल पर लाड़ शीसी, लेकिन फिलहाल हालात खदी खलक चलनो आम तौर पर यो चर्चा था बिलून ज़्यादती बिलून डेर ज़्यादती दा बसोक पूरा कई दा बसंग पूरा कई दा बसको देश तरह तनख्वाह दा या तलज़रा बिल्ले. So the cost of living in Pakistan is fairly high. As we come back to a more safer haven, now she's mucky there, the Mallah Addah. Mallah joins formally in the distance. We've just gone through a fairly lit Shadi Khan. Jume Razwa. It's now night time. And the Addah looks fairly lively. People coming to shop and grab a few items. Lots of smiles. It's about 25 degrees. The weather is really nice. And I can smell food as we end up at a pit stop. As we go through the Addah, I hear a noise, and it's Inam Al Hassan offering me soup. It looks like soup. Looks like chicken soup. Let's taste it. Very nice. Being sold in the Bling Bling special chicken soup. MashaAllah. It does look nice, and it tastes nice as well. And right hand side is the tandoor, the roti place. From the darkness to the light. Adaki motorcycle. Oh, burgers. Burger. Assalamu alaikum. Look, there's some burgers going on. There we go, look. And some chips. Look on the other side. There's some frying going on. And a little metal cart, I suppose. Alhamdulillah. Somebody's shouting from the back, how are you? And there we go. Here's Asif at his vegetable stall. This guy worked in Malaysia a little while ago and speaks a few words of English. Assalamu alaikum, Asif. How are you, sir? MashaAllah, this is Bilal's shop, that Adakire. Look, you've got lots of things. Good old Pakistani items. Look, lots of different things. There we go. From Karachi. SubhanAllah. Pakistani sweets. And here is Rizwan, the latest subscriber to the channel. MashaAllah. Thank you. As we carry on with our little nighttime journey, I trust you're enjoying the little trip with us. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share the channel with your family and friends, and spread the love. It's always interesting traveling in places where the culture and the norms are different and people's behaviors are different, and there's a fear of photography. I've forgotten the actual term. And there's a fears and phobias related to speaking in public and being seen in public. And research shows that people fear public speaking more than death. And people fear speaking in front of others because of public humiliation. However, where there's a problem, there's always a solution, as I rock about on the motorbike. And if you find a great coach and a great teacher, they will be able to guide you. I've had the pleasure and honour of coaching thousands of students in the areas of driving instruction, help driving instructors, public speakers, trainers, businessmen to become more confident in their fields. So if you have a fear, then comment below and reach out. From wherever you are viewing the channel, and your fear may relate to a ladder randomly standing there, and sometimes you simply do not know what's behind the curtain. Up until you look. Have a wonderful, blessed day.